I didn't think I was going to trade today, but as you can see, we've got a recap. Losing $159 trading the S&P 500. What else is new, ladies and gentlemen? So let's get into this one. The trade was a failed breakdown trade, which still potentially has validity to it. The reason why is here are the futures, and here's the bigger time frames. So I'm saying to myself, we're in a consolidation. While yes, we could potentially be setting up for a breakdown of this consolidation. Nvidia earnings are tonight. Not that that matters necessarily. Not that that needs to be a massive piece here, but it could. And I said, okay, well, considering that, and considering we had a nice move down so far today, and considering what things have been like over the past couple of weeks, this month specifically, for my strategy, I would be interested in a potential false breakdown of this in this situation. I just so happened to be watching the charts, and I was like, okay, well, we'll give it a go. Meaning we had a really good setup here. I was going to go short. This is my setup to the downside. However, we break below and then snap right back up within that 5-minute candle. And it's more indicated here on the 1-minute chart. So here's TradeZella. So the breakdown is right here. This is the candle. I did not get in. I missed it. I was like, well, could short it here. Good setup. Makes sense. But we'll give it a second. It snaps right back up. So boom, boom, right back. That's usually a breaking the level and then getting right back on good volume too, by the way. That's a good sign for the inverse of my strategy. And it's worked actually, or it would have worked pretty decently over the past couple of weeks if you've been trading that way, because we've been in this choppier environment. So I do that. We push back up and then roll over and we get stopped out. Now, here's what I will say. Look on the left-hand side. This is something I don't know. A little fishy to me, or also could just be a product of what happened in the market. I don't know. This was a pretty big move down on this candle. So maybe I just got stopped out of a couple points lower than I should have been. But my stop loss was set. Okay, I even have it in here. My stop loss was set. It is small. My stop loss was set at 55.8787, and I got filled on the exit at 55.8565. So over $2 or 2 points fully to the downside. In this case, not a humongous deal, but 2 points is the difference of $50 roughly, which can add up. So if that's what's happening on my stops, and I'm losing $50 additionally than I plan to, it's not really gonna be good. It's not ideal. Whether that's the broker's problem, the prop firm, little shady shit going on, I don't know. I'm going to monitor it. I'm logging it. I got it in writing here on my recap. Down here, I kind of wrote some notes. So I have it to come back on if I keep seeing it happen. But my planned risk was $113.60, and I was planning to make $251 had the target been achieved. So good risk reward in my opinion. The setup was there in not my opinion. It was there. It was the setup that I'm looking for, the inverse of the breakdown, given the situation, given the environment, all that stuff. And if you go to the breakdown setup right now, I mean, it again, what are we seeing here? We're not getting follow through. Would this have hit my breakdown target? No, I would have been targeting a decent amount further down if I had been shorting it. So we're not getting follow through. Will we end up going up to here where my target was, somewhere up in here? I don't know. But the trade didn't work per my entries and my plan. So it is what it is, and we lose yet again. Now, guys, I have to say, I mean, like we've been saying, is it frustrating? Yes, because you kind of think, okay, you've got me a couple times here. You've got me this month. I see them. I can see through it. Like I can almost sense that this breakdown is not going to be on high momentum. And what are we seeing? It isn't. As we see, right? We break down for a little bit and then we push back up. It's not high momentum. So I'm right in that sniff out. But still wrong on the trade. And it's like, what that tells you is like, well, maybe you shouldn't have been trading anyway. Maybe. But then again, right? If it worked, you wouldn't be saying that. So it's easy to come back in hindsight and say, I shouldn't have done it. But the setup was there. The trigger was there. Everything was that I was looking for was there and just didn't work. That's been the moral of the story for this entire month. We're 20 trades in. We've got a total of one winner. That might sound crazy. I legitimately have one winner out of 20 trades, and I'm doing the exact same shit that I was doing the last month and the month before that, the month before that, before that. And you can go back to those monthly recaps. They're all posted. 17, well, maybe about 15 losses, a couple break evens. We're only down $1,000. It's not that bad, given the situation. This is taken on a $25,000 account. We are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. My record losing streak is 9 in a row. This is a pretty bad month, but can we beat that and get 3 more in a row? We will see. I mean, it'd be impressive to do it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like you think to yourself, and it's like it's a mind-boggling, a head-scratching type situation, because it's not like I'm doing anything different. You know, I wish I could tell you that it was, oh man, like, yeah, I'm on tilt, or I come in, I'm like, okay, we're going to see what we get today. If we get something, great. And I didn't trade all morning, and there were some shorts I think that I could have taken advantage of that I missed. But like I was saying, you know, just overall big picture setup, I just don't love the short look because we're kind of getting a rotation. It's not like everything is coming down and we have a lot more clarity. We got NVIDIA earnings today, so a little skeptical of that. Didn't really want to trade that today. Personal preference, does it have to be what? No, you could trade it. I'm sure you could have made money on it, but you know, so that all kind of factors in, and then there you go. But I don't know. Maybe this is maybe I just suck ass. You know, maybe this is just not my month. Maybe I'm, you know, terrible. Maybe my strategy no longer will ever work again after it worked for 16 months and now it's going to be done. I don't know. And we'll have to reestablish something else based off what I'm seeing. But if it keeps going on, then we'll have to do that. But if it, you know, we'll see what happens. So that's the deal. Legitimately a 5.56% win rate for this month, which is crazy to me. Average win-loss is still holding on pretty good if we just, you know, had a winner or two, you know, you know what I mean? Just not getting them. So a couple swings are open. One is looking good. I guess I can pull them up. RTX looks pretty good, despite the red day today. RTX is a breakout on the daily time frame. So I might as well just update these because here we are. Looks good. It's got close to halfway to the take profit. If we get a little bit closer, I will consider moving my stop loss to break even, but not really close enough, to be honest, for me to do that just yet. We got that. The Dow trade is not amazing. But if it stays above that blue line, I like it. So we got in on that a couple days ago. And then TEVA, we're up a little bit on this one, just letting her take her time. So we're just chilling. Nothing else. That's the deal. Then gold. I got gold. That's been in the back burner for a while. Gold continuing with the higher lows. It's just the same thing. It's like it's one step forward, you know, a step back, 2 steps forward, a step back, 3 forward, 2 back. It's kind of how it's been. It's up. I'm not down on the position. So we're sitting on this one, and we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. That's the recap, though. Is definitely a frustrating month. We got 2 more days in the month. And based off of this data, I've just seen, though, now it's been long enough. I've seen it enough that based off of this data, it's definitely pushing me towards, you know, in general, trying to do a better, or not do a better job, but to take more inventory of what the overall conditions are, what I'm seeing, and then use that for, you know, future months or, you know, future years where I might just say that I'm not going to trade very much at all, or if at all, or I might just swing trade only, you know, during this period of time, which would drastically cut down on my trades if I even get setups, you know. So that's kind of what August seems like. And you can say, yes, you know, the longer you trade, you know, you'll have every month will be a good month or a bad month. I've just had consistently month after month after month in August, in August, that it has not been good. So I'm noting that, and we'll be using that going forward. So there you go. use that data. You have the data. The longer you trade, the more data you have. So use that data to your advantage. And then, you can keep tweaking the system, getting a little bit better. Fine line, though, because fine line between not trading or saying that it's one thing to say I don't tend to do well here, and so I'm not going to trade and I won't look. And so when you don't look, you don't make money, you don't lose money. It is what it is. It's the other thing to say I'll be there to look, and if I get good setups, I'll take them, but I will try to do a better job of minimizing or lowering my numbers. That's kind of how I approach this month. And this is a long video, but I kind of approach it saying I'm planning to trade less this month. However, if I get setups, I will take them. And as you've seen, like we've taken them and they literally haven't worked. So there's a reason why I was skeptical going in the first place. But you never know. I guess next August could be really good for all I know. Maybe I, make changes and who knows. But for now, that's the deal. I'll leave TradeZella linked up below. And by the way, that S&P trade that we were just reviewing, here's the current state of it. Like that was the daily chart. Like it dove under my stop and then stopped me out, but it's literally just right back into this consolidation. So nothing's happened. Like legitimately, it's a nothing burger. Even if I was short, I would technically still be in, but I have a feeling that I'd get stopped out, or either way, the momentum's not there. So there's not really a reason to stay in this too long. So looking back, you can make the argument, oh, it was midday. Don't trade during midday. Guess what? I have data, hundreds of trades that actually does not tell me that that's a problem. It tells me that midday is fine. Seriously, it does. So just legitimately trying to be as objective and level-headed as possible. But it does kind of get you like, oh man, I literally have not won in forever. I guess I won last week, 1 or 2 weeks ago, the 15th. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was my last win. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm done blabbering. I'll see you in the next one. Either way, if I don't have any recaps coming out in the next 2 days, we'll have a month recap coming out this weekend. So it'll be good. Trust me. It'll be good. See you in the next one. Peace.